中老有奥林都会地北上这个下，要用在一种筛选的古有瑞州话里话，所以要用那古家的地大概没筛在一路工程持续乱拖在蒙登都要用到Wausau在Wisconsin，这里是的某个都地了筛在说蒙所以要用那个呢，信息对不对？要到用到Wausau在Wisconsin，到每路工程持续乱拖在蒙登都。vì tớ và tụi mua sản xuất trong này lúc công trình nó, chúng ta cũng chẳng sẽ ra được gì nó.
Tell me a little bit about why you start this project.
Okay, well, we're quite proud of the fact that Wausau, Wisconsin, has had the experience of being host to Hmong refugees for 40 years. It was on April 9th, 1976, that the first Hmong refugee family stepped foot in Wausau, Wisconsin. So here we are 40 years later. It's been wonderful changes for our community. I'm proud of the community for being a good host, and I'm proud of the Hmong community for being so successful in making the transition from life in Laos to life in America.
What motivated you to doing this and start this project?
Yeah. Well, I was a teacher and then later became a school principal. So throughout my adult life, I have always wanted to help children learn about their history and their culture. I had the advantage that 16 years ago, I could go to Laos and travel around the country and collect things that I'd bring back and share with my fellow teachers so they could teach about the Hmong culture. I was lucky I could do that. I never believed I'd be making 18 trips in 16 years, but every time I came back from another trip, I brought more things for the museum, but we didn't have a museum. So after collecting so many things, I thought if we're going to have a museum, we'll have to start it ourselves.
So share a little bit about what you learned so important about this project that you can share with the younger generation and the Hmong community throughout the global.
Yeah. Well, one of the things that I learned is that the Hmong elders are not quick to share sad stories. Well, when you consider what happened to the Hmong in Laos, their experience of crossing the Mekong River, life in a refugee camp, then coming to a new country for a new life, there are a lot of challenges, there are a lot of sad experiences. The Hmong elders, I learned, often keep that to themselves. They don't want to tell a story that will make the children or the grandchildren sad. But if the children and the grandchildren are going to really understand the sacrifices that their parents and grandparents made, they got to have that conversation. We think this museum will help that conversation. I love it when the old people come through with their grandchildren and they start talking about things in the exhibit and they tell stories that have never been told before.
One thing for the Hmong younger generation, what do they learn when they come here?
Yeah. Well, one thing they can learn is that their culture has great intelligence. You know, the people in Laos are very poor. That does not mean that they're stupid. Poor people often have to have more creativity, more imagination than somebody who has money. Money can solve a lot of your problems, but if you don't have money, then you have to use your intelligence to go into the environment and find ways to make a living, to make a house safe for your family, to grow crops. When I think the young people come through here, they're going to see that these people who made these things in the museum had to be very, very intelligent.
Và trở li hồ căn cứ lò mù chỉ li thổ bê sau đó tàu hồ lúc đấy cho lò chỗ tua lỡ cú chỗ nó rồi cho rồi nó thơ rồi và cú tàu nó lò cho chỉ li nhập bảo tàu chỉ trả mua lúc trong đó mong nhớ rồi tới cho phát kỳ khởi mong tới chu thế rồi nó rồi anh chim tàu chỉ lúc nó cho lò mù khởi mong tới chu thế tới căn cứ khả năng cú sa thì hết khởi rong.
Lúc khi họ nói bây giờ mình tu mình nhua là tới chỉ bảo cho là căn cứ là culture ta là bé mong cô chỉ mua bản sự là khi lúc museum li nó lúa cho và nên tới đó là bộ lử hay nên lấy mà lấy khí luôn nó đâu bé lấy tới bỏ tao thì giờ bé chỉ bảo cho bé culture là lấy mà lấy khí đâu bé nó còn nó giờ bé mỗi trong xã thì cũng tu sửa thế thế thì giờ bé họ xã đó họ đã hay thì lưu sĩ họ nó giờ ý lưu sĩ họ rong hay thì lử hay nên cũng nạp thử bé thế lấy cũng khí lưu museum nó đâu bé tôi cởi cho bé họ culture thế họ đâu lử hay nên tôi cởi cho bé họ culture thế
còn nếu có bảo ta lên nữa giờ lúc con tranh thua cho mong tinh tu nhớ đúng đồng Wausau, Wisconsin, cú giờ Richard bảo là nó cái trong này xuân số tú, đây mà chỉ